Peace, family. This is Lions Den with another news and commentary. Democratic Virginia Governor Ralph Northam, um, was caught with his pants hanging down. He apologized to the nation, well, to the state of Virginia, obviously, for having a 1984 yearbook showing him wearing an offensive, racist, you know, costume. Well, whether it's the black face he wore or the KKK robe, this is gonna be. He's probably end up being the shortest governor in history. So I'm gonna go ahead. This is an article from BBC News. It says that Virginia Governor Ralph Northam has apologized after his 1984 student yearbook page emerged showing him a photo featuring men in racist costumes. He says, I am deeply sorry for the decision I made to appear as I did in this photo and for the hurt that this decision caused then and now," he said in a statement. Black politicians in Virginia called the image disgusting, and Republicans urged the Democrat to resign. The picture showed a man in blackface, another man in the Ku Klux Klan robes. It appeared on a page with other photos of Mr. Northam, who was aged about 25 at the time, and as well as personal details about him. He did not elaborate on which costume he was wearing, but said he appeared in a photo that was clearly racist and offensive. Ladies and gentlemen, let me stop you right there. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're an independent. When you get caught with your pants down, that's what happened. And we don't even know if he wore a KKK robe or blackface. Really, it doesn't really matter. What he did was offensive to blacks everywhere, including the state of Virginia. And yes, he do need to resign. And I normally don't agree with Republicans on this case, but he definitely does need to resign. But he said he's not going to resign, which is going to be a mistake, because now if his reelection coming up in 2 years, which is 2020, then don't be surprised if black Virginia voters will not vote for him in the next election. Continue on. Mr. Northam was elected governor of Virginia in November 2017. How has this come about? Mr. Northam's yearbook page, which came from the pediatric neurologist time at Eastern Virginia Medical School, was first published by conservative website Big League Politics. The Virginia Pilot newspaper tweeted a picture of a page which it says it obtains from the medical school library. And it shows from the Virginia Pilot, which is a newspaper, and tweets about this story. It continues saying an official from the medical school verified the photo and told the Huffington Post it came from a student-produced publication. The page, which features Mr. Northam's full name and photo of the future doctor and politician, also included a quote from a Willie Nelson song that read, "There are more old drunks than old doctors in this world, so I think I'll have another beer." It continues saying this behavior is not in keeping with who I am today and the values I have fought for throughout my career in the military, in medicine, and in public service, the governor said in a statement after the image was made public. But I want to be clear, I understand how this decision shakes Virginians' faith in that commitment. He continued, I recognize that it will take time and serious effort to heal the damage this conduct has caused. I'm ready to do that important work. The first step is to offer my sincerest apology and to state my absolute commitment to living up to the expectations Virginians set for me when they elected me to be their governor. And he continues, says, I accept responsibility for my past actions, and I am ready to do the hard work of regaining your trust, he says. Before he was elected governor, Mr. Northam served for a decade as a Virginia state legislature. His responsibility as governor included implementing state laws, restoring voting rights for individuals who have had them withdrawn, and issue pardons. In 2017, Mr. Northam told the New York Times he had voted for Republican George W. Bush in his presidential campaign years earlier, saying that his decision was wrong. And the reaction, according to this, saying the Virginia Legislative Black Caucus, which compromises African Americans elected to the Virginia General Assembly, said it was still processing what we have seen about the governor, but described the image as disgusting, reprehensible, and offensive. These pictures rip off the scabs of an extraordinarily painful history and are a piercing reminder of this nation's sins. Those who would excuse the picture are just as culpable, it says in a statement. The photo who also prompted a swift backlash from conservatives, including Jack Wilson, the chairman of the Republican Party of Virginia, who called on Mr. Northam to step down. Racism has no place in Virginia, he said in a statement. These pictures are horribly inappropriate. If Governor Northam appeared in blackface or dressed in a KKK role, he should resign immediately. Call for his resignation also came from 4 Democratic candidates for president: Senator Kristen Gillibrand, Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, and Texas Mayor Juan Castro. These images, this tweet is from Cory Booker, who just basically announced his candidacy for president yesterday. He says these images aroused centuries of anger, anguish, and racist violence, and they eroded all confidence in Governor Northam's ability to lead. We should expect more from our elected officials. He should resign. Another tweet from Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren, who is also considering a presidential candidate for 2020, saying in a tweet, "These racist images are deeply disgusting. Hatred and discrimination have no place in our country and must not be tolerated, especially from our leaders. Republican or Democrat, Northam must resign." So I'm gonna stop you right there. It seems to me that both parties wants this man to resign, and rightfully so, because if he wants to run the governor of Virginia, you know, stuff like this shouldn't even be incidents like this shouldn't even take place if you're running for any political office. Now, first of all, he knew that they're gonna find dirt on this governor, and they did. So whether he put a black face or wear a KKK hood, this man should resign immediately. And I'm going to continue finishing this. It says the Ku Klux Klan is one of the oldest and more infamous hate groups in the U.S. and has targeted African Americans, Jews, Catholics, and immigrants, according to the Southern Poverty Law Center, which tracks hate groups. The group has a long history with the KKK membership, peaking in the 1920s. So there you have it. The Virginia governor, whether he wore a KKK hood, and this is the picture right here. Ralph Northam, 1984, yearbook. Whether he wore a KKK hood or blackface, this man shouldn't even been governor at all. So, and I agree with both parties, whether you're Republican and Democrat, this man needs to resign immediately. Now, we've been hearing other articles saying he's not going to resign. He's going to continue being governor, and this isn't looking good for the governor at all. This is not looking good for him. The more he stays in as the governor of Virginia, the worse it is for him. Because again, if he's running for re-election in 2020, or 2022, this is not going to look good for him. Because again, a lot of black voters are going to turn away from voting for him in his re-election. I'm just letting you know that. So if I were Governor Ralph Northam, I would say I would resign as governor of Virginia and let the lieutenant governor replace him, because obviously this isn't looking good for him at all. And again, he's going to say, "Well, I'm not going to resign." But it's going to be more pressure for NAACP members, for Congressional Black Caucus members. Everybody's going to put pressure on this governor here to resign because of this picture. So, Again, no matter if you, I mean, even both sides of the party, both Democratic Party and the Republican Party, both says this man needs to resign because there's no place in racism in politics. And as you can see, he got caught in 1984 with this. And it's time to resign and resign immediately. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this. Share this video. Subscribe my YouTube channel. Subscribe my reaction channel. And subscribe my Black Junction channel for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.